Start early, so I said I'm welcome to start early, so I'm starting early.
All right. Happy night to you all. Hope you're doing good.
What's good, Dono?
A lot. I'm almost having the best week of my entire life, actually.
What happened?
Well, it's been very stress free, very relaxing. Seeing work's not been much of a hassle. So I've got some comics I've been searching for years. I've been hanging out with a lot of friends like you who have been taking naps every now and then. It's been very great. And also read a lot of movies, so that's nice. So
You said
good.
you said you spent a lot of shit on
Yeah. I spent around like $300 on entertainment this year alone.
damn dude.
Oh, and however, it's all worth it to make good content, in my opinion, and also enjoy myself.
Well, yeah, that's true.
I get paid very handsomely. Silly.
That's true.
I am a janitor after all. We one person who wants to clean up throw up
Um,
for dirt sheep. I can't tell you anyone like that.
yeah, you want to talk to a guy who did that before? You're talking to one right now.
Oh, really? You're a janitor too? Like a former one?
I was. All right. The fancy word they gave it was porter.
Because custodial arts.
Oh no, they didn't even call us that. I couldn't even get called a custodian. I was called a porter, even though it's the same shit as janitor or custodian.
Eh, I work in a government building, so I'm just kind of like I'm always happy to have like the weekends off. If if I get also benefits too, so that's pretty nice.
Um, there was one night I had to clean out a like 90-something-year-old man's piss from a fucking recycling bin. So yeah, I know just how bad that shit could get.
I feel like I basically I hate there's like one guy I pity. Like I've basically done his job duties a couple times. We clean around outside the government building, and like a lot of the time there's like dead animals everywhere. Occasionally I find like a jar of piss. There's
Uh
broken glass everywhere.
huh.
Or it was like one time I saw a bird that was near dead and dying right in front of me. I mean, I'm like, what the hell do I do here? Do I kill it? Do I just let it? Do I just let it go? What the hell am I supposed to do with this?
Yeah, they stuck a lot of shit with me at that porter job.
Yeah. Like one thing I found annoying too was like I couldn't like they have this one thing called, I think you were probably had this too. I call it the claw. It's basically like has like you squeeze the handle, like these two finger like objects. It's come closer. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't find that for a while. I was so pissed. It's picking up all those damn big ass twigs. It does not go well with a pan.
All right. When I was a porter in this building, they used to have this really bad, like the trash compactor. I was in the basement, and it would have this long, uh, like this long strip of garbage bag that you had to pull out in the
Mm-hmm.
morning and attach around the incinerator, like when everything would come down, because people would just drop their shit in like whatever floor they were on. Because
Yeah.
this was also a weird building, because it didn't go up all the way. It's like the after 7, that's where all the apartments start.
Hmm.
After the 7th floor, that's where all the apartments started. And at the end of the day, or even during the middle of the day, no matter what the hell I was doing in the building, I had to cut the bag off, and I have to use to separate the little pieces of garbage bag from garbage bag to garbage bag into little bits and cut them up.
Yeah, I feel you. I'm just glad the bags I use are able to be pulled apart very easily around by like with just to detach them. But they're still a very they're very easy to keep together. It's just kind of like what I'm talking about.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like one there's like one thing I found funny was like like this one lady, she was just having a lot of shredded paper. People were she had like around like 10 big ass garbage bags of shredded paper. And I work in a government building, keep this in mind. And I was just doing my job, and all of a sudden my bosses found me, and they're like, "You don't have clearance to recycle that paper, damn it!"
You don't have clearance to recycle paper? What?
Yes, as government clearance to recycle equal government property.
Were these like shredded government documents or something?
Yes, shredded government documents. I didn't have clearance. It's like, hey, we ain't got clearance for that yet. And
why did they leave it for you then?
no, it's not they. It's mainly this one lady who was trying to clean out her desk. And she's like, "Oh, can you please recycle this for me? Or me would be very appreciated." And I'm like, she's basically like the one old lady. I'm like, I don't want to tell her no at first. And it's like, she's like, "Oh, can you take it to someone who will recycle it for me?" Like, no, I cannot. I do not have that clearance.
Well, I used to get into beef with the people who worked in the building because they were assholes. Not who worked in the well, yeah, there were some people.
You mean I know I got like the people, the tenants or whatever, I believe. Yeah. You were saying?
Some of the tenants were absolutely terrible people. They really were.
I'm pretty happy. I'm lucky I got along with most of the people I clean up for. Or there's like one guy I even have slight conflict with, where he's just like, "Can you not vacuum here today?" Hey, whenever he's there, or he's just kind of like he's just talking to people. He's just kind of busy. You see, I'm like there's like one thing interesting about it too, man. I for like a while I was being forced to a creature of habit, but not often. But occasionally I do this. But there's the context. He keeps his lunch in the garbage can and in his office. Not trash in there.
Away from it, like to keep people away from it. Is that why he does that?
He basically just—I don't know why he does it. He just has like a lunchbox in his trash can and in this cubicle.
I'll take a guess and say that he probably does that to keep people away from stealing his shit.
Yeah, probably. I don't really much think that much about how things go for them and outside of stuff in their office. I mainly just kind of give some small talk. I came across one of my coworkers today. Hey, I was joking about what I Happy night, you Snowy One Kenobi. I was joking what I planned. I basically was joking what I planned to read during Christmas. There's two things: Hallmark movies and Steven Seagal movies.
Yeah,
and she what?
Hallmark movies. They're very weird.
They feel like movies that like the 40-year-old ma is like, "Oh, I wish I had that apartment. But why can't and I get a foreign prince? It's from a nation I can't pronounce. Us to try to marry me. Why am I stuck with just a regular guy?"
Hallmark movies. Some of them are very. I don't know.
Like basically, I had one friend who basically accurately gave me the formula for all Hallmark films, like roughly 90% of them. And then we're like, we have to have this lady steal her man from another lady. They must have a bake-off. The man must either be yes, they must have a bake-off. Damn it! But that is how they do. But we know which one is worthy of the man.
Lori Loughlin has to be involved too.
Yes, get Lori Loughlin involved. And get a guy from a third world nation trying to look like it's a first world nation in disguise like Wakanda. Yes, get the man from Discount Wakanda. That is how we know it's romantic. And take it.
The bookstores, yeah. You also have to like own a bookstore.
Sorry, what?
Some of them, you had to own. Some of them, you had to own a bookstore.
Like speaking of bookstores, I know we talked a bit earlier today about the comic books I got. We're gonna say this one time, but I actually, I wonder what your comic book shop is like. My comic book shop is basically a few miles away from my house. Not my house, but apartment. It's run by what I think are like father and son, a family business, because they look very similar. It's like the one very nice old guy and this one very nice middle aged guy. They actually kind of helped me out. Like I remember, like I was a kid, and I was like 9 years old, and this one guy asked me help for like, do you have any? Yeah, I was you know any Moon Knight comics? I asked him, and he's like, "What's there is there," and he wouldn't help me. Like, and like this one like 17-year-old girl is like, my brother wants Spider-Man. You got any of that shit? And shit, you know where it is? Like, and I'm like, I felt pissed off. It's like, she's not gonna screw you, you dumbass. Man, you're just being a lazy asshole. So we'll get off here. So you think you're gonna get laid? What's your comic book shop like?
It's more of a fucking well, the one I have in my neighborhood. I'm old. I'm fucking 41 years old. So when comic books really hit heavy in the late 80s and early 90s, so many comic book stores around here just started popping up left and right. So I had a lot of options to go around here and just buy different comic books. But we also had the option of candy stores that had the spinner racks, just newsstands that had comic books.
Oh, I actually was one of the only kids who ever saw a spinner rack. There were like this. There's only like one I saw though. At this one CVS pharmacy back when I used to live in like Pennsylvania. They had this one spinner rack with like Dark Horse comics and Sonic the Hedgehog comics. Like it was mainly like the Star Wars ones.
I couldn't even find Dark Horse comics unless I was going to a comic book store. There was
like it wasn't very good selection. It was mainly the same comic of the Star Wars Dark Horse tales and also the same comic of Sonic the Hedgehog. All of them on the same rack like multiple times.
I could only find Dark Horse comics if I went to a comic book store.
Like I remember when I was a kid, I really liked Dark Horse to some extent, and
I did too.
They used to be pretty cool. Well, I really liked the Godzilla series they made. That was like my favorite one.
I had what was it? Well, this one was the crossover with DC and Marvel. DC and Dark Horse was because back when Dark Horse was making Predator comics, it was Batman versus Predator.
And then there was Batman and Superman versus Predator and Alien.
I didn't even get up that far.
Anyway, I remember speaking of like one of the original like Marvel versus DC. I had like one schoolmate, and he's like, did Marvel and DC characters ever meet? And I'm like, yes, Marvel and DC. Go to a comic book shop sometime. You might find it there. And he's like, I want a movie version of that. And I'm like, you're barking up the wrong tree. They would rather die than share profits.
Marvel and DC were doing crossovers since the 80s, but they were very, very low key. I have a Superman and Spider-Man.
Like I didn't really realize it was one comic I saw was a crossover. I saw like one thing for like Lobo the Duck at like a flea market.
Lobo the Duck.
Jeez. Yeah, like the amalgam universe. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know they started doing that. I was hoping they wouldn't compare Lobo to fucking Howard the Duck because I don't know. I was a big Lobo fan.
I am too. Like when I was a little kid, I was reading comics digitally, digitally, and like I just freaking loved Lobo. Well,
Yeah.
he's a good he's good parody. Like I wonder, like I know like in Krypton, that TV show he's in there, they gave him a British voice.
They made him sound like one of the Dreadnoks from G.I. Joe.
Yeah, I'm wondering the voice I always sounded. I always figured he'd have to do his speech pattern was something like a Hulk Hogan-esque voice or like Danny Trejo-esque voice. What about
Uh,
you?
all right. All right. Have you ever seen any of the Superman animated series?
Yes, I have. I love it, and I always I like he's like,
The
whoa,
Lobo
brother.
episodes. The Lobo episodes, though, he sounded just the way I would expect Lobo to sound.
Yes, he sounded like Hulk Hogan sort of.
Yeah.
I hated how like they made him sound like I know like this one coworker of mine is a DC man also I used to work with. He's like, it's cool, man. We finally got him on screen. I'm like, yes, but he doesn't. He's not the way I wanted him, though. You know?
He also was supposed to be way more fucking huge. Like
Yeah, he's supposed to be a. He's supposed to look like a wrestler starter or like a goth metal band,
Yeah.
and with a no care attitude, to not giving a shit about anything else other than money, any babes, AIDS, and booze.
And his dolphins. Don't forget his dolphins.
And the murderous pet dog he has.
His pet dolphin. No, he didn't give a care about that dog. He killed it. But the dolphins he cared about.
Yeah, I went to the comic book shop today to find this one a Lobo trade paperback logo or portrait of a pastiche. I think that's how I pronounce it's the one word.
Bestich.
Pastiche. I never heard that word pronounced. Basically, it's like I went there for like two things extra. Like I went there for like some JSA trade paperbacks. Like he's like, all we got is this one, and it's like this is actually. I was hoping to get like one of the modern ones. It's like. Geoff Johns. That's pretty cool. I'll take it. But like, I can't wonder if I was like Jonah Hex and Lobo. Like, sorry, we ain't got any of those. Those here. But unlike what?
Did you ever hear of this series from the '80s that they did with Hex, where they sent him into the future? It was just called Hex.
Yep, I've heard of it, but I never read it. And like, I basically heard like one guy complain about it. And at the comic book shop, being like, why the hell is so?
He basically looked like Nick Fury without the eye patch.
Yeah, I know. Like, I was reviewing the Jonah Hex film from like 2010. You ever seen it?
No, I haven't. I don't think I want to either.
Like, it's nothing great. It's not a terrible as hell. It's more just slightly above mediocre, trying to be a cheesy comic book film. It's just trying to be a popcorn film. Nothing great. I wouldn't give it a gold star or anything, but it's like a Sci-Fi Channel TV movie. It's like you get what you get. It's nothing great.
I don't know. It just wasn't my cup of tea.
Yeah, but still, like I know like Fatal J says like DC is very dark, and I'm like it varies. You know what I mean?
It does. You mean
yeah?
Do you mean with the comic books or with the fucking horrible movies they constantly put out?
Both. Like it varies in the comics depending on like the character and series. Like the JSA can't be cheesy fun.
All right. Well, Shazam wasn't heavy. The Shazam movie that was kind of lighthearted compared to everything else they put out.
Yeah, and also I was gonna get to that too. Ooh, like I think Man of Steel was okay. It was a solid movie, but nothing really great.
I hate that movie. I fucking hate that movie.
I'm not saying it's a masterpiece. I'm not saying it's great. I'm just saying it's serviceable.
I don't like whiny Superman.
I don't like him either. I remember like when I first read New 52 Superman, I'm like I basically kind of talking about this. You ever seen the movie Ooby Trick or Treat? He with has Ozzy Osbourne in there.
With that one, yes, hell yes. I didn't see the one with
I had a shit ton of
the one with the little Stitch puppet that was years later. I didn't see that one.
Yeah, but still, I basically when I read New 52 Superman, I was like that kid in that movie when he gets disappointed that his favorite rock star died. I tore up all my damn posters. I was furious as hell. I just basically fucked up a lot of my action figures that I had. And out of rage.
Wait, there was the other one with that little scarecrow puppet.
I'm talking I'm talking about Trick or Treat, not Trick or Treat.
I know what you're talking about because that's the one I've seen. And Gene Simmons he gave him the cursed record. I know that movie. I did a review on that movie actually.
Yeah. That's I know you were talking about the scarecrow face kid again that's hiding a monster face under there again. You were saying?
Yeah. What was that? That one was 2000s, right?
Yeah, early 2000s. And it was like early 2000s, like around 2008, 2009, 2007, around that time. I believe.
But that other one, it was all right. I know you have to have at least known of this show, Family Ties.
Never heard of it.
Michael J. Fox.
I'm joking. I actually have heard of it before. Or I just heard no one else talking about it. Like I've heard.
If you don't know who Michael J. Fox is.
Yeah, I love Michael J. Fox. I love Back to the Future. Sure, I liked him in Teen Wolf too. That was fun. Not the sequel Teen Wolf. I'm talking the actual movie Teen Wolf, not the sequel though.
Well, their dorky neighbor on that show, Family Ties.
Yeah, he played Skippy. It'd be there.
Skippy was the lead role of a movie. That's amazing.
Yeah. It's like having Jaleel White be a leading man.
I was also about to say, could you imagine if Urkel was a leading man?
Yeah, I know. Like he said, like playing Urkel was like a double-edged sword.
Oh, I can imagine.
Yeah.
It brought him fame, but it probably crushed him inside. You know.
Yeah.
He's out in the street, and people point at him and scream, "Urkel!"
Yeah. Like, hey, do the Urkel. He's like, oh, please, no, not again.
Where's your glasses and suspenders? Yeah.
It's like, that's a character I play. I no longer do that anymore. Or like, there's like a whole bunch of old people. People say, come on, did I do that? And it's like, oh, please just leave me alone.
I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure it set him off to no end.
It's gotta be like more depressing than most of like Batman the Animated Series, like they have Adam West as playing an out of work actor. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, you mean one of the voices of Batman?
Yeah. They have Adam West play like an out of work actor or a superhero television show. Like he basically is selling a lot of his merch from the show in order to basically pay his rent.
Batman. Adam West is one of the only few people who played themselves on Family Guy and The Simpsons. Yeah,
cool. Yeah, it's awesome. I was actually planning to review where he basically reprises his Batman role for a cartoon called The Cape Batman: The Great Future Return. You heard of it?
Called what?
I think it's called like Batman: The Cape Crusader's Return or something like that.
Oh wait, was this a TV movie?
It was a DC animated film.
Wait a second. They did a TV movie that was kind of oh shit. I can't remember. This was maybe early or mid 2000s. They had a movie about the backstage stuff of that Batman Adam West show. What the hell was it called?
I think I've seen clips from that when they're talking about like the toy manufacturers was being happy with the show at first because of all the ridiculous stuff in there.
Oh, that was actually the 90 Kenners stuff.
Oh, okay.
That was when they let Kenner basically run the show for how they were going to make the movie, just to base the.
Basically, I said this before, but I'll just let you know. I have a time traveled through almost every decade for about a few years. I was a television producer back in the '80s, and I snorted so much cocaine my dealer bought for me.
I was literally going to ask about how much drugs were done in those boardrooms.
Simple, but we bought whole supplies. as, as, as we were the best customers of all the dealers in Los Angeles.
And were you snorting all that cocaine off of hookers?
Well,
Like we're
yes,
expected from
yes, we
Hollywood.
were.
All right.
We fucking ran out of them also.
Well, that's how you got to work Hollywood. So
Also, like a lot of them were just kind of like around like 30% of them were like, "Yeah, would you look at my screenplay while I was snorting coke off their tits?"
and it worked out. So you made those movies.
Well, roughly 5% of the time it worked out.
You didn't get a Dino Weinstein, so.
Well, they thought I was. I basically died in 1998 to be resurrected by a shaman, basically reborn, and my dad just raised me after years after I found him again. Yeah, you only were born twice. And dead air. Very nice.
I'm sorry, I was just still laughing about that shit.
Well, I remember like back in the 90s when I tried to work at Image, they said your artwork stinks, and I'm like, sir, I only have a few fingers. How am I supposed to draw? I'm not as good as you, Jim Lee.
Well, what was your comic? What was your pitch Dino comic?
I did not get it published, but basically here it was, and I'll tell it to you right now. Lesbian biker fish from Uranus.
I don't know. That sounds like it would have been made.
Yes, they basically said the following words: "Your artwork sucks. Your writing's terrible, and we have too many Ninja Turtles knockoffs here. Damn it!" And so I'll try again later.
That sounds like it would have been a cartoon right after Biker Mice from Mars. So.
Yeah, I know. So I wasn't spoofing Ninja Turtles. I was trying to roll up Biker Mice from Mars. Damn it, that's where the money was at. Don't you remember the '90s?
What was it? Street Sharks. Yeah, that was another one. Street Sharks.
Yeah, with the Street Sharks, where all the characters are basically discount Michelangelos.
But they got sunglasses.
And they're totally unique characters, like in hamburgers and hot dogs. They're totally nothing like Ninja Turtles at all.
Dude, you have to see some of the 80s shit that I found. Alright, you know what? I gotta DM you the shit that I found. Because the 80s, the mid to late 80s, were adolescent radioactive black belt hamsters.
Yes, I know what you're talking about. One of my interns read that shit.
I actually have a copy of one of those issues.
Let's see one thing. He cuts on
Geriatric gangrene jujitsu gerbils.
I haven't read that one. And when I just made. You see, I remember like back when speaking of Ninja Turtles, back when I was an 1980s TV producer, so people were between you
were a dinosaur in a fucking suit.
Well, I'll tell you, I got promoted later. You'll be a stitches then. Anyway,
over your nostrils, okay.
But anyway, essentially, they were in debate about who should have voiced what turtle, or Pete Townsend, or what the crap is his name, Cam Clark. Or I basically said the following words: "Who can do the best impression of the kid from the stoner from Richmond High?" And Coleman did that, so I gave him. It said he's Michelangelo. Damn it! I'm a debate over. I think I can roll now if you want. Like I basically was like just an intern also. So I basically invited my boss over for dinner, and he's like, "Why is all this plastic on the furniture?" And I'm like, "Oh, I have a dog." Like, where is the dog? He's just napping. And so I basically was like, "You like Huey Lewis in the news?" And he's like, "Oh, I guess they're not bad." Then I immediately started dancing, singing. I said, "Look over there!" Then chomped his head.
Everyone has to be an intern at once, and if you get your head chomped
Yes,
off,
I just ate his head, and that's how I got promoted. They were scared to fire me. I mean, he just kept promoting me up the ladder, and after that,
well, you're
like that one unarmed vet from Seinfeld. Oh, Elaine was too scared to fire.
you're a dinosaur in a suit, so
It was a pain finding a suit for a 25-foot dinosaur.
and you have
Good
tenure.
thing, good thing
I
big and
guess
tall shops were actually what they said back then.
I guess you have tenure working there, right?
No, I mean my time travel works much like quantum leap. I kept time traveling against my will for several decades, and for many millions of years. Whenever I got comfortable, I just kind of time travel. I fear I might time travel. I get too comfortable.
I don't think I'd be able to handle time travel. Well, I think I.
Like basically, one thing I'm annoying about it is this. You know, like there's some people like in a lot of monster, like I'm becoming a monster. Like for me, time travel is like, shit, I'm becoming more human. When I can't allow this, I'm a fucking dinosaur.
I'd rather be a cyborg than anything.
I actually am planning getting some like series of reviews, not like a TV show originals, but like a series of reviews. I basically have like a list of of science fiction I'm reviewing. I basically made the titles like it's called like science fiction in theater 8000. I have like one of the sequels being illegal cybernetic love story.
Illegal cybernetic love story?
Yes.
Why is it illegal? Whoa.
Well,
If it's
you can't.
cybernetic, if it's cybernetic, it doesn't
Yes,
sound like it's
it's
illegal.
It's illegal. It's illegal for robots to fall in love. Damn it! They cannot. It's mainly, but the titles are mainly a joke, my friend. I also have one. I also have like one series on Pluto's Halloween called Terror Vision. One of them is so many. One of the titles is so many screaming services.
Oh, Terrorvision. That's an old crappy '80s movie.
Oh crap! I'm gonna get sued for this. It's gotta rethink this shit immediately.
Yeah, it's a crappy '80s movie where this family's house is haunted by things that come out of the TV. Some stupid shit like that. Yes, yes, this is an '80s movie that I found probably about 5 or 6 years ago.
Damn it, 1980s. Why do you have to take all the good titles?
Do they have all the good titles though?
That's mainly the joke. Oh, but let's see. Yeah, like, I am pretty happy. Be like, I know like a while ago I sang in the song "Happy Happy Joy Joy." Or like I did it with bad audio, tired as shit, and I'm like, I feel like I should do a remake of me re-singing the song.
Go ahead, do it. You ain't gonna get sued or anything. So.
No, I'm not. I never use music. That's part of it. I mean, I'll just sing the vocals. Well, so I might just do that on my own channel later. Or does the chat want to hear a dinosaur sing
Yeah,
with
go ahead.
energy?
Sing.
All right. I don't really like lyrics, but I will sing some of it. Hello, my pals. This is your old pal, a happy dinosaur. It's doing very.
This is your
This is a
showcase. This is
yep.
your
This is
showcase.
this is a song about sucking eggs. No, this is a song about being happy. Happy, happy, joy, joy, happy, happy, joy, joy, happy, happy, joy, joy, happy, happy, joy, joy. I don't think you're happy enough yet. And I'll teach you to be happy. I'll teach your grandmother to suck eggs. Eggs, happy, happy, joy, joy, happy, happy, joy, joy, happy, happy, joy, joy, joy. That's all I'll sing for now.
And this is why I do this late night bullshit. So people can come here and sing happy, happy joy.
Sorry. Yeah, I'm gonna go now. Talk to you later. Bye.
No, no problem at all. That's funny. I appreciate you coming on here. Have a good night, happy dinosaur. And I'm rolling a cigarette right now. And now I'm smoking a cigarette. And again, thank you, Happy Dinosaur, for coming through. Oh, cool. Thank you, man. So I'm just gonna keep running for a little bit more. I'm sorry for the dead air. This fucking cigarette is fucked up. It's falling apart. Whoops. So maybe I should just do this. And yes, I will just do this. And if I don't recognize a name, I will not let you come through. So. But Happy Dinosaur, thanks again for coming through. And now I feel like, oh, what's up? How you doing, Chris? Good, bro. Thank you. Okay. But anywho, Happy Dinosaur, thank you for coming through. Uh, uh, I, I got him to agree to bitch about the comparisons of comic book movies to the actual comic books in a week or so. Or I think it's a week. going to be doing that, so that's fun. I always like to bitch about the comparisons of comic book movies to comic books themselves. We have a guy with metal claws popping out of his fucking hands, but we can't put him in a crazy costume. We have to make him look realistic. That's always been my gripe about Wolverine. That's my gripe about a lot of comic book characters when they're portrayed in movies. Let's have Iceman not in his ice form throughout most of the X-Men movies. Let's take Colossus in the X-Men movies and show him in his gigantic metal formation probably once or twice through the entire series. Yeah, that's great. That's what you want to do, right? We need this guy who can turn it into a giant metal monster. Look realistic. Good. Let's have this guy who has metal claws popping out of his hands. Yeah, yeah, we got to make him look realistic. We got to have him with this crazy haircut that nobody else has in the world. Yeah, JJ, I got you. JJ has the insomnia problem that I have. So I'll be back in a second. Good God, that was a tremendous piss. I had nobody to back me up and cover up with commentary. I'm used to it, so it's all good. So I have a bunch of movies listed, and I'm going to do the watch parties. If anybody knows of the movie 1408, I've never seen this movie. 1408, it's supposed to be like uh, horror suspense. Oh, is it? It's one of the movies I could find. Let's see. 2007. Horror thriller. Horror slash thriller. Okay. Pretty suitable for Halloween month. Oh, based off a Stephen King short story. Okay. Not bad. Not bad. I mean, I'm not the biggest Stephen King fan, but it's based off of something. I mean, I don't always like that, but I don't always hate it. 104 minutes. Okay, that's not bad. Okay. All right. So, in the future, I'll set that up. I've never seen that movie before, so okie dokes. I will, in the future, set that up. Okay. Incoming. Incoming is the movie 1408 in 2007. But tomorrow, I'm going to be watching The Prophecy from 1995, starring good old Christopher Walken as the Archangel Gabriel. Sorry, I'm having a cigarette right now. I'm not eating a bag of potato chips or anything. And one of the bunch of people that I invited into the regular StreamYard link showed up. So that's cool. And when I'm done rolling my cigarette, I'm gonna talk more shit about stuff because I'm hearing it outside my fucking window right now. And okay, my cigarette is fucking. So I'm in my fucking house. I have to be at the front room of my house if I'm going to be smoking. So my landlords won't bitch about the smoking. So I have to keep the window open. Yet I have to hear everybody's bullshit outside my house while they're walking through or driving through, whatever the fuck. I gotta hear their annoying music. I gotta hear their annoying conversations. Um, this neighborhood sucks. So now I'm gonna check what bullshit's going on Twitter. Ever since the debates, holy shit. Wait, what is this? Who's Halloween special on my simplicity check out? Who is this? Okay, sure, why not? Oh, that was the other funny. Oh my god, that was the other funny one I saw today. Oh my god, this had to have been a joke. This had to have been a total joke. Those Antifa guys in the woods. Oh my god, there's no way they could have been serious with that. All right, there's some really skinny dude, and I'm a really skinny. I'm not a big dude. I'm pretty skinny myself. I'm 5'10". I'm like 160 pounds. 160 pounds, and I'm not a big dude myself. But this guy is fucking taking hammers and he's like throwing them into the woods. He's talking shit like my mom taught me to be the hammer, not the nail. And he's got these bunch of clowns around him. That couldn't have been real. That had to have been a parody video. He's just something his mom. His mom taught him. Well, JJ, I'm probably not even gonna be running another 10 minutes. I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna be running this shit for myself for a while. I mean, it's not fun running things yourself. It's fun having people to talk to, but I mean, especially when you put the link out there. Yeah. All right. Well, within the next 10 minutes, probably gonna smoke another cigarette or two. I'm gonna shut the motherfucker down. Nah, it's cool, JJ. All right. Well, JJ, I'm gonna smoke another cigarette or two. Okay, come on. This fucking phone. Jesus Christ, this fucking phone. Also, don't worry, JJ. I put this link out to a bunch of people. Oh shit! I have another fucking entrant. What's good, man?
Oh, can you actually hear me? I'm not sure if you could. I messed up now or something. Can you
I
hear me?
I can hear you. Yeah.
I've also got it playing in the background. That helps. And yeah, how's it going?
Uh, I was just killing time
Yeah,
with these StreamYard hours.
yeah, chewing up the StreamYard hours.
Pretty much.
Yeah. I may have to take off in a second or two because I'm currently smoking beef cheeks.
Smoking what?
Beef cheeks.
That sounds weird.
Well, yeah, like how you get smoked meat.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm making smoked meat, but was able to get cheap beef cheeks, so I tried that.
Just saying the word beef cheeks. The words
It does
beef
sound
cheeks
honey.
together. I'm smoking
It
beef
does.
cheeks.
Yeah, it sounds like a dirty nickname. I call her Beef Cheeks.
And when you're smoking her,
Yeah. The way you were saying about hearing everybody outside, um, I had the same problem with my place once. The neighbors were out the front of my door having a domestic while I was live streaming.
a domestic.
Like they were yelling and screaming at each other. She had cheated on him, then he had cheated on her, and all that sort of stuff.
They're having a domestic.
Yeah. Right out the front of my door, like literally standing in front of my door. And so I just on the stream as loud as I could, I said, "Oh, if you can hear people having a domestic in the background, that would be my neighbors standing in front of my door having an argument." And then they went quiet. embarrassed the embarrassed them.
That's half of my fucking neighborhood.
Yeah.
You can actually just walk outside and walk down the street and hear someone talking on their phone, and you're gonna hear a domestic. Nobody
Yeah.
cares about what they around here. Nobody cares about what they say on their phone. Nobody does.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't like to have like everybody in my business. I like to be on the down low.
I. Why would anybody want to do that? I don't
I don't
understand
know
why anyone would want that. It makes no sense.
because the reality television has destroyed their cognitive ability.
Or cell phones in general. I guess cell phones in general has destroyed everyone's. I don't know.
Yeah. You don't have to know anything or remember anything. You can just bring your phone out and tap, tap, tap. There it is.
pretty much.
Like, hey, it's half the time I can't remember what. Like, when you say something, in uh, the YouTube chat, and if it's like blocked or if you delete it, it comes up with something. Couldn't for
Yeah.
the life of me remember what it came up with, because I just wanted to start typing that into chat and just having it like not actually redacting anything. It's just my comment is that I looked it up and it was message redacted. So yeah, just every now and again when in the chat you just drop in message redacted, just to mess with the admins, the mods, because the mods are going to be going, oh, the message redacted. How do I clear? No, it's just the word message redacted. It's not a warning from YouTube.
Uh,
All right, I've got a little bit. 3 minutes. Got to check my meat in 3 minutes. That's what she said. So what's this movie you were talking about that you were looking at for the Let's Watch or
for
Watch Party?
tomorrow? For tomorrow?
Yeah. Yeah.
The
Have you
prophecy.
announced it yet? The Prophecy. Wasn't there another one you were talking about on this stream?
1408.
Yeah.
That's the next one I'm gonna do.
That's the one after that. Yeah.
Yeah.
After Prophecy.
Yeah. Have you at least heard of the prophecy?
I know the Prophecy. Yeah. I'm pretty sure I saw it on VHS. That was probably the last time I saw it.
I saw it in the movies actually.
Okay, so it's probably longer ago than when I saw it. That reminds me, I should make sure that I've got to have a backup link for that one. I'll make a note.
No, it's not one of those. Not one of those free YouTube movies. It, it's good. I'll send you the link tomorrow. You'll
Cool.
see.
Awesome.
In fact, fuck that shit. I'll send it right now. I'll send it right now to your DMs. So.
Cool.
Shit. It's probably just gonna be me and you watching it tomorrow anyway. So
But JJ can't join us?
I don't know. Oh, JJ's here right now.
Patience, young Padawan.
I'm in a Padawan. So
You're learning. You're learning.
I'm not learning anything.
Sure you are.
No, I ride my own path.
Come on, bruh.
No,
And even well, you say that, but
I
see,
don't ride the straight and narrow, dude.
no, listen, you say that, but you still learn from your own path.
True that.
I guess. I don't know.
You're
I don't even
you're
know
all
if that's
hey slasher. You're always learning, my friend. You're always learning. The day you stop
is-
learning, you'll be dead.
Yeah, life is a learning experience.
Yep.
I don't think I learned.
You keep making the same mistakes?
I don't know. I think I might be a glutton for punishment.
Nah,
even-
I think
nah.
Without even realizing it.
Nah.
I know maybe we're all a glutton for punishment one way or another.
Yeah,
Whoops.
I am, because I keep bugging my ex-wife and she's married, and I keep bugging her and shit. I think I do it just to drive her crazy. Come on, baby, come back. You know you want to. I always fuck with her all the time.
Yeah, just gotta sow that seed.
No, seriously, I'm for
And
real.
not like not the sexual thing. I mean like the idiocy.
No, 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 no. Okay. She fucked me over really bad. Okay, just basically kicked me out to die. Okay, no income. I was unable to work. No money. No way to get my food, my medicine, my supplies, anything. My medical supplies or nothing. Just kicked me out to die. So now what I'm doing is I'm trolling her ass.
Yeah.
I'm fucking with her hard now. I'm trolling her ass. You want to fuck with me? Guess what? It ain't gonna stop, lady. Mm-mm. No, I'm back. I'm back up on my own 2 feet, sort of, kinda. My health ain't the greatest in the world, but still, I'm still up and about.
Sort of, kinda.
I'm capable, and I got a computer. I'm gonna fuck with her.
For
All
sure.
right.
I just gotta go
No,
check my meat. I'll be back in a second.
Yep.
I won't fault you for that.
Nope. She done fucked up with the wrong person.
Exes are always horrible. That's why they're exes.
See, the damn thing is, though, I got to be nice to her because she's the grandmother. I'm the grandpa.
Yeah. Yeah.
But here's the funny thing about that. Now the whole situation wasn't funny, but I had fun doing it. Now this may make me sound like an ass, but um, it's now October. Back in August, I think it was July or August. Um, her mom passed away. Now, okay, I'm gonna be honest. I couldn't stand that woman. She was a crotchety old heifer. She would sit in front of the TV and argue with it and bitch and gripe and complain and blah blah blah. But um, from her dad's standpoint, that was his friend, so he's lonely right now. So I feel kind of bad about what I'm about to say, but um, when I found out her mom passed away, um, she told I asked her if there was going to be a funeral or a gathering or whatnot. She said, "Yeah." I'm like, "Okay, cool." She goes, "And you're welcome to come if you wish." I'm like, "Okay." She's inviting me somewhere. This is crazy. She don't invite me nowhere. Um, but when I got there, um, I she was standing there, and I saw her first. She gave me a hug, which, like I said, this is a whole fucked up situation because she don't want to be within inches of me, much less want to hug me. Um, and then she introduced me to her husband. I'm like,
Whoa.
okay, well, no, that's cool. That's cool because I already know about this guy. Okay, because of him, I was able to talk to my granddaughter. He put in the word for me, so I was like, okay, cool. And I told her. I told her on the phone one day. I was like, you know what I'm gonna do if I ever meet him? And she goes, oh my god. I'm like, no, it ain't nothing like that. I said, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna walk up to that man. I'm gonna shake his hand. I'm gonna give him a big hug and tell him thank you.
Cool.
She was like,
Sweet.
okay. Well, I get to the funeral, and like I said, she introduced me to her husband. Now this man's, I'm 5'9". This guy's shorter than I am, and he's 60 years old. She's about to turn 52. And I'm like, okay, you went older. Okay, got you. Man with money. I got the picture now. Um, I walked up to him. I said, hey, how you doing? I'm John. And I shook his hand. I walked up to him. I gave him a big old hug. I said, listen, I want to thank you for putting in the word for me so I can talk to my granddaughter. I said, I appreciate that. I thank you very much. You don't know what that meant to me. And then I backed away from him. He had this look on his face like, what? I went to her mom's funeral, guys, and trolled her the entire time.
Oh,
I
sweet.
Whatever
was
you,
there. No, hold
whatever you
on.
gotta do, bro. Whatever
No,
you
no,
gotta
no,
do.
no. This is where it gets good. Okay, I'm there. My stepkid's dad was there, so that's her first ex. I'm the second ex. He's the new husband. All of us are there. So I'm thinking, oh, this is going to be fun. So I made my rounds to everybody. Everybody's like, oh man, it's great to see you. Now, whether they were lying or not, I don't know. At this point, I don't care. Um, but everybody had smiles on their faces. They give me hugs. Oh, great. My ex sister-in-law come up and give me a big old hug. I got to see my granddaughter, my stepdaughter, my stepson. Everybody was like really happy. And when I went over to talk to my stepson, I just walked up to him. This guy's like 6'2", built like a brick shithouse, former Marine. Um, I said, "Hey, son, how you doing?" And he stuck out his hand. I shook his hand. We hugged. He goes, "I'm doing good. I'm doing all right. Just working my butt off, blah 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 blah." But then he crosses his arms again and he goes back into this. When I walked up on him, he's got this death glare on somebody, and he's former Marine, so he's picking his target out.
Yeah.
I asked him how he was doing. He said blah blah blah, but then he got silent again, and he goes, "I don't like that guy." And I looked
Yeah.
over my shoulder. I'm like, "Who?" I'm like, "What are you talking about? Who?" He goes, "That Paul guy. I don't like that guy." And this
What?
is this is his mom's new husband.
The guy
And
from the
I
lollipop guild.
I'm like, "What?" In my brain, I'm dying laughing. I was like, I went, "Son, it's none of my business. Your mom moved on with her life, so it ain't none of my business." Doing the proper thing. And he's sitting there, got the death glare on this man like he was ready to put a bullet in his head. And I'm like, I was laughing my ass off inside, trolling her the entire time at her mom's funeral. And I know that sounds bad as shit. But when my stepson says that, and through most of his teenage life hated my guts, I think I've accomplished something.
Fuck yeah, for sure.
Now that long-winded tale's done.
That's
What were
not a
you?
long-winded tale. You're just
What,
spilling
It
your
was a good
guts,
tale.
dude. That's not a long-winded tale. Don't say that.
are you drinking, Slasher?
I've been drinking.
Okay, because I'm starting to hear a slur.
Yeah. It's also fucking 1:30. So
Getting ready.
even when I'm not drinking, it sounds this way.
Dude, 1:30. It's fucking lunchtime for me. What are you talking about?
Wait, AM?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
dude, I'm not an insomniac. I choose to be up at night.
My
I
shit
hate
is
the
weird.
I hate the daytime.
My whole system is weird. Sometimes I am an insomniac. Sometimes I'm not.
From like the first job I did was working a night shift, and then pretty much from then on, all I did was night shift,
Mm-hmm.
and and my body clock got completely destroyed. So then when I started to work in an office, and yeah, I middle of the day, and I'm sitting there going like, yeah, I'm ready to fall asleep. I just like I'm tired,
Mm-hmm.
and then at night time I'm like up all night and I just can't get to sleep.
We're vampires.
Pretty much.
And the doctors prescribed me Ambien to help me sleep. That's some nasty stuff. Like side effects of Ambien include psychosis and other things like psychosis. So
Man, that's Jen. Hey, what's up, Jen's Petter? And hot milk is
Hey, what's
freaking
up?
nasty, yo. My milk's got to be ice cold.
It is nasty.
it's
The
okay
only
if
way,
you get like a little bit of vanilla or a little bit of chocolate or something in it.
well, the
Or
only
hot
way I
chocolate.
like the only way I like hot milk is to make oatmeal with it because water and oatmeal is disgusting.
Yeah, water and oatmeal is wrong.
Yeah.
But then I generally don't like oatmeal, so I'm not one to talk.
I like it. It depends on what, like if you get the flavored packets of oatmeal, like uh,
I'm that way with grits.
yeah.
I love grits, but I also like some of the different flavors. Also, oatmeal I can't eat it, man. I'll be in the bathroom for days.
That's what I'm saying. I can't eat plain oatmeal. If it's oatmeal with like I don't know maple and whatever the fuck or the strawberry and cream like that. That's the type I like. Just plain old oatmeal. Nah, I'm good.
No, see, I love plain grits. It's just I prefer to have something in it.
I don't think I've
Uh,
ever had grits. I'm
it
not
ain't
even
nothing
sure
but
what it is.
it's ground up corn.
You know what? I don't know if I ever had that either. So.
Well, you're up in New York, man.
Well,
If you
farina
mention
is
grits
just
up there,
farina is disgusting. Anyone ever had
um,
farina? That's fucking gross. It's
have
nasty.
you
It
have you
doesn't
ever
taste like
heard
anything. It
have you
tastes
ever
like
heard
globs of
of
nothing.
what's it called? Damn it. It's like damn it. Oh, it was right on the tip of my tongue.
Breakfast
Don't tell
food.
me it's farina, because I
No,
already
it's
said
not. No, it's not farina. Grits is ground corn, dried
yeah,
ground corn.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
and then you boil it in water and it thickens, kind of like porridge or cream of wheat or
yeah,
something like that. But it's
yeah,
corn.
yeah.
You, most people put salt, pepper, and butter in it.
Sounds pretty good,
Uh,
really.
it is actually with some eggs. Man, it is awesome. But I like putting bacon in mine. I like
Well, wait.
cheese grits.
It's a breakfast thing. It's a breakfast thing. I would
Yeah,
think of
yeah,
corn for breakfast.
Yeah,
dude.
I've had buttered corn for breakfast a number of times.
I never had corn for breakfast. I can't say I ever did. No. Other than like a corn muffin. No.
Uh,
All right, slasher. I'll show you what grits is.
like I'll have buttered corn in the morning. Like if I've been drinking heavily the night before and I'm waking up and I just don't feel that good.
All right, I will say
Something
that
sitting in
I
my stomach.
have had those moments where I wake up drunk, like hungover, and like even back in the day, I have had those moments where I eat dinner in the morning. I have had those moments.
Yeah. What I've been getting into for breakfast at the moment is I got the bacon, eggs, and um, cheese and a hash brown wrapped up in a flatbread.
I've been eating poached eggs for breakfast the past few days. So.
Poached eggs, nice if you can get them done right. Sometimes they get too vinegary and they're just not for me. It's too vinegary.
I don't put vinegar on them. So,
Sometimes when you
although
put them on the bread,
now I'm thinking a little vinegar on the bread would be nice.
well, they usually put the vinegar in the water.
Now I'm thinking now I
And you
should
poach the egg.
now I'm thinking I should add a little bit of vinegar to it because that sounds like it would be good.
It's okay. It's just you don't want too much vinegar.
Got a
Looks nice.
screen share, slasher.
I just did.
Oh, you did? Okay, that's grits.
It's grits.
Like I said, kind of like a cream of wheat, but it's ground corn.
Well, some of those look like it's egg salad.
Nah. It's the yellowish is either cheese in the grits or butter. But yeah, that's some good stuff right there, yo.
Some of
That's
those actually look egg salad ish. Well,
well,
not
like
this one. Not this one. That the
like like this here. You can mix your eggs with it. You can spread it over toast if you want. Um, this right here, yeah, that's cheese grits because of the orangish yellowish color of it. Um, but yeah, it ain't nothing but ground corn, man. It's a breakfast staple in the South.
oh, I know that. I've been to the South a few times. I know that.
But you never
I
had
mean, I
grits though.
lived in the South. I actually lived in the South. No, I didn't because I didn't get to go out much when I was living in the South. So
Mm. Now I don't know if this is weird or not, but I like good old fashioned country gravies poured over my eggs. But they got to be scrambled though. My mom
gravy,
raised me. Yeah, my mom raised me on that shit. Scrambled eggs and gravy.
I pour salt all over my eggs.
Mm, not good for you. But
I know I do a lot of things that aren't good for me.
see, in the past, I did the same thing, but now I kind of got to watch what the fuck I do.
I'm doing a live stream right now that nobody is fucking watching. So I
It's
do a
okay.
lot of things that aren't good for me.
What are you talking about? Nobody's watching. What the fuck you call us?
Oh wait, there's three. Not wait. User counted as watchers because it didn't seem like that.
Well, I got the chat opened up, so that might count as a watcher.
I don't have it open at the moment, so whatever
Yeah,
count doesn't count me
it's.
as a what.
I was kidding, man. I was kidding. It's
It's
fine.
like, damn it, man, we ain't nobody.
No, user panelists, not watchers.
Yeah.
Although sometimes I try to do both when my phone isn't fucking up. So.
You know, be like, fine, motherfucker, I go do my own live stream. Shit,
Screw you guys and going on.
you guys, I'm gone. That sounded good in my head.
No, it sounded like Cartman. Cartman's a very easy voice to do.
Yeah, Jen's Petter is still watching. He don't count.
No, he counts.
I'm fucking with you, bro. I'm fucking with you. I'm so sorry. I'm fucking with you. Dude, I was looking through the YouTube free movies. Um, later on, man, if you feel like doing another documentary, if you ain't ever seen it, uh, the Back to the Future documentary, Back in Time.
They did a documentary on that,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
it's free on YouTube.
yeah, and it's about an hour and 38 minutes long.
Send me that goddamn link in my DMs, and yes.
So that's the third one in a row you've got set up ready to in the barrel ready to go, hey?
Well, no, I did this nonsense thing right now, and tomorrow I have the prophecy.
Yeah. Let me see,
That'd
motherfucker.
be that the I think I haven't seen the Back to the Future documentary, but I think that'd be
No, no, I didn't either, and I'm willing to watch it.
Hang on. Let me find it real quick. Um, oh yeah, it's a new month. Bill and Ted's gone.
Hey, Jen's still watching. Jen,
Oh
sorry.
wait, both of them are gone. They had
Yeah,
both of them, didn't they? And they're
yeah,
gone
yeah,
already. Yeah, okay.
yeah. They're gone.
They were really generous in the beginning of the COVID days, and I noticed they took that away. The YouTube
It's a
free
shame.
movies.
Yeah. Hey, they still got the Wraith. Um.
Yeah, they do.
hmm.
I was so pissed when they took down Bloodsport. I was like, I was about to do this fucking movie,
Mm.
but then they had that crappy version. So, wait, all right. This is another thing I saw. They have the first three missing in action movies. I have not sat through one single missing in action movie.
Missing in
Message.
action.
Yeah, Chuck Norris.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's been so long. And this is great doing the watch parties with you because it's always these old movies that I haven't thought of in a long time or haven't like seen in so long.
You got a Jet Li movie in here, Red Dragon.
Wait, Red Dragon, not the Hannibal Lecter you're saying?
No, no, the Legend of the Red Dragon with
Oh,
Jet Li.
oh.
Do you see what Jen's saying there? Is it the Back to the Future documentary? Is it the 9/11 Back to the Future documentary about how it has some freaky connections or something? But yeah, I don't think that was a
What?
documentary.
No, no,
That's not
no.
What?
that, the guy who did the YouTube video about the 9/11 connections to Back to the Future. He was doing it to prove that you can put connections between anything if you sort of like that he was trying to point out that you could just make shit up and it would sound real.
Mm-mm. No, it ain't that one. It ain't that one. No. No, I've actually seen it a while back. It's actually pretty good, pretty informative. If you like that sort of thing, like, documentaries and stuff.
And Jen's, I only liked one. I only liked
Only-
one. I didn't like two or three.
See,
Man,
I
what's
liked
wrong
all
with you?
What's wrong with me is that I have opinions. Fuck,
of them.
fuck, man.
Yeah, I know you do. I know you do.
I liked one because it's one. It's where it all began, and then I don't know two. It was sort of like
I'm sorry, that scene where he was climbing on the fucking rope above him playing the guitar, I'm sorry, that scene was fucking stupid.
yeah, I don't know, like the fact that they're going back and visiting the first one and getting to see the future. I think that what really got me when I was younger and got to see their idea of what the future was. I think that's what really got me about two. What really drew me in. And hey, I like westerns and I like the old west. So
Oh,
how can I not
three?
like three?
About
How can I
part
not like
three?
three if I like if I like westerns and stuff like that? How can I not like three?
Yeah, 3 is not my favorite. I like 2.
I like one. I'll say one's my favorite. Nah,
I don't know. I can't pick out of
same
all three of
thing.
them. I do think they're like one. I think is like the it has out of like three is definitely not my favorite. So it'd have to be out of one and two. They're hard to pick between the two of them, and I haven't seen them for a while, so it's a bit hard to pick. Because one has the nostalgia. It has all like this is where it began when you got to see everything for the first time. But that future world they went to was pretty cool. Like it was kitschy, but it was pretty cool.
Yeah. Hey, man, Earth girls are easy.
You mean hoverboard world?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you not want a hoverboard? Come on, you can't tell me you didn't want a hoverboard.
What kid didn't want a hoverboard?
Even if it's one of those pink ones, like the
Yeah, get the fuck
The
out of here.
ha- the Hasbro.
It's
Yeah,
still a
the has
hoverboard. You know what I'm saying? It's still a
the
hoverboard.
Hasbro
I mean,
hoverboard.
if it actually hoverboarded. like if you were actually able to float in the air like you were Silver Surfer. What is
Yeah.
it?
I think one of the YouTube guys, I think, made a hoverboard that like used jets or something like that. It was like, you had to have it hooked up to cables and stuff, and it wasn't incredibly practical, but it was the basics of working. It's the same guys that started making the Iron Man suit, and they had the repulsors that would let you fly and shit.
Mm, okay.
Is it King of Random or something like that? I think they're called.
All right. Well, all right. Jen said Back to the Future 2 predicted a few things. Um, I I do believe that Back to the Future 2 predicted the Cubs winning the World Series.
Mm,
Hey, in two, in the everyone has like fingerprint access to the doors.
Yeah, yeah.
mm-hmm.
You know, they tried to implement that, like bring that in a few places, and it failed miserably. 'Cause they brought it in before everyone had a mobile phone and like easy internet access on their phones. So basically, if you say you're going somewhere and you need someone to like stop past your place and pick something up, you can't let them in. They basically, you have to be, only people who are scanned into the system can um,
Yeah,
access your house. So if
yeah.
you're like, you're the boss and you need someone to go pick something up from your place because you can't leave, you're in the middle of doing something, it's like, no, doesn't happen. There's logistics problems after logistics problems.
My phone has a fingerprint reader on it.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, mine does too. It has a thing for measuring your heart rate and blood pressure
Oh
and
shit.
fingerprint scanner.
Mine just has like roll your thumb up and unlock it. That's all it does.
Well, my phone's on the way out because I bought it from China. Like,
Mm,
I bought it from like
Oh,
Kogan.
don't worry. My phone is on the way out too. So.
I I bought a Note 8, a Galaxy Note 8 from Kogan, and they sent me out the phone and everything, and it started to go to malfunction. Some of the apps wouldn't work. It kept popping up saying that Samsung security has been disabled. And so I took it into the Samsung shop, and they said, "Oh, this isn't a Samsung phone. This is a fake." Because Samsung have all the serial numbers of the phones that are real Samsungs on the Samsung website that you can go and look at. There you go. You can know everything about that phone. Um, as a person who works for Samsung, I don't think it's open to the public. And so they looked up my phone and go, "It's not on the list. Your phone doesn't exist, so it's not an actual Samsung." So I had to go back and threaten Kogan with legal action and stuff like that if they didn't replace my phone with a real one. So they sent me out a second-hand Samsung phone.
Oh, got something out of it.
Yeah, I mean, it took 6 months, and after like 6 months of fucking around, it's like, yeah, no, I'll take the second-hand phone and go with that.
I'd keep that same shit. Hey, I got something out of it. Okay. Thank you for my troubles.
Yeah.
mm.
Thank you for causing me the trouble.
I've been caused a lot of trouble where my hands were left empty-handed. So
Yeah, but it's been crap from day one. It's like the screen was already starting to burn out from the day I got it.
that's very particularly secondhand.
Yeah.
Like, hey, this the screen is cracked. Okay.
Break a
I keep
button
seeing.
trying to boot up the phone.
Pretty much. Cut your glass. Scrolling down the screen. Cut your finger on the broken glass.
Yeah.
I got blood all over my phone. Why is this happening?
Yes, was it a sacrifice to the cyber gods? to the internet gods. You got to keep doing it again and again. That's how you're going to get like a better YouTube channel. Constant sacrifice to the internet gods.
Sacrifice blood.
You bitches is crazy.
Accept my blood, YouTube gods.
Hey, have you guys know Milton Knowles, the Insane Witch King, on YouTube?
Nope.
I've seen him in your chat.
Yeah, he's an interesting cat. He is planning on getting a GoPro. He does different like he's a Wiccan and he does like different Wiccan ceremonies that he does. He does them on his channel, but they're not like your Hollywood Wiccan and your what's it middle-aged housewife who's bored Wiccan. These are like he actually has been talking about doing a blood sacrifice, like go
Did
and
you
get a
say?
goat
Did you
and do a
say
blood sacrifice.
middle-aged wife who's bored Wiccans? You said that.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh, like she's just
Outstanding.
trying to get into some new shit.
yeah. She's
Okay.
bored. She's like
Yeah.
drinking a lot of wine and
Okay.
like she gets into some friends who are all into like crystals and chakras and stuff like that. And
Yeah,
she picks up a cheap paperback book that tells her like get a white candle and write what
it's
you
like it's like the mom who gets into more yoga classes. Yes. Okay.
yeah, the same sort of thing. It's like a hobby that they do because they're bored. But yeah, he's definitely not one of those. He's like go and get the goat and sacrifice it live on stream type Wiccan.
Wow, that's you could get away with that.
I don't think he's going to get away with it. He's when he was talking
That
about it, I'm like, yeah,
sounds.
this would be a
I'm
insane show to
not.
do, but
Yeah,
I don't think he's going to get away with it.
that sounds like you're ready to get raided by the FBI when you're fucking talking about that shit. That's not.
And he's not going to get raided by the FBI because, like, he actually lives.
I'm just
He
saying.
lives in like the mountains of New Zealand, and like it's quite literally go and find a wild goat, and when he sacrifices it after the
And
ceremony,
sacrifice it online, like
he's
it's
going
cool,
to
like it's all good. Like we're just gonna
like,
sacrifice this goat
but
online because we're in Australia.
afterwards he's very likely to like clean the meat up and then
Good.
butcher
Well,
it
all
and
right,
freeze it, and because like he knows what he's doing. It's like
all right.
he lives on the land and shit. He's
Okay.
hardcore.
Yeah, this sounds way too hardcore for shit that I want to see if I click on a YouTube live stream.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be. I don't think that you're allowed to put stuff like that on YouTube.
Yeah, I don't want to see goat sacrifices. I'd rather just talk shit about movies and TV shows when I
Yeah.
click on YouTube. The fuck, goat
It, ta-
sacrifices.
it takes all kinds, guys.
Nah, no goat sac. JJ, do you watch goat sacrifice videos on YouTube?
Yes, every chance I get.
Ah,
No,
okay.
I'm fucking with you. No,
Nah, because I really believed you did, JJ.
nah.
Like always, right before lunch.
Yeah, man.
Gotta
Sometimes
get that up.
twice a day. Yeah, sometimes twice a day because I gotta watch it before breakfast just to get the blood pumping.
Imagine the goat sandwich while you're biting into the ham and cheese.
Yeah, buddy.
Yep.
Deep fried goat is the best.
Hey man, I've had a few goat curries and they're pretty good.
See, I'm not a big goat fan. Well, as a matter of fact, I'm not a big what I call wild game fan. Meaning, I eat, pork and beef and chicken, some seafood. But when you start talking like wild boar and venison and or deer meat or whatever, rabbit, I just no lamb, no. It's just I
I
like
would try. I would try it. I will say I would try it. I don't. It's not like I want to shoot a fucking. It's not like I want to shoot a frog in the face, but I have tried. Frog legs were disgusting. By the way, I've tried frog legs. They're disgusting. They're like veiny chicken. It's gross.
I've heard people say they taste like chicken. So
They do, but when you look at it while you're eating it, it's not very. It's not
right.
going to.
Yeah. You see?
Duck. Duck is good.
Oh, I love
Another
duck.
thing. I wouldn't shoot a duck in the face, but duck is good.
No, but if you
I've
went, no,
tried
no,
duck.
no, no,
I've
ain't
tried
nobody
duck.
saying you have to kill the shit. It's like
Yeah, exactly, exactly.
if you went out to eat
Um,
somewhere and you saw duck or lamb or something like that on the menu, you try it.
rabbit,
Or
rabbit.
no,
I've
no,
tried rabbit.
Yeah, rabbit. I like rabbit.
Um, I love the way rabbits look. I'd never be able to kill a rabbit myself.
go
But
kill that bitch if you want to eat.
If
nah, I'll let someone else do it. I'm not
if
gonna
you're
do it
by
myself.
yourself and you're out in the mountains,
All right,
and
that's a different story. That's a different story. I'm not going to Thanksgiving and someone's serving rabbit. You know what I mean?
yeah, someone's like you go to Thanksgiving and they take you out to the backyard and open the pen, pick yours. You get to
Yeah, yeah,
like
yeah. You get to hit this thing in the head with a hammer, and
and
you
skin
know,
it.
Nope.
yeah. I'll be like, I'm good. Can you do it for me, chef?
It's just from I haven't skinned many animals, but what I've been told is like when you're out in the like a guy like Milton when he's out in the mountains by himself and he's like surviving, uh, like yeah, there is nothing that is more valuable to you than a sharp knife. You try to skin these
Oh
animals
yeah,
with a dull knife. You try to butcher these animals with a dull knife, and it is a
exactly.
nightmare.
You got to be able to slice them up good, and you
Yeah.
got to be able to build the fire to cook them.
Yep.
Smack it up, flip it, rub it down.
Yep.
This has just got sexual, did
Not really.
it? But when it comes to weird foods, like when I was really, really little, at least say once a month, my father would take us out to dinner, me and my little brother, and we'd always go to a restaurant that served like um, all sorts of weird foods. Like we'd this is before anyone really knew what sushi was. My old man was taking us to like weird sushi restaurants where they like slice up the fish in front of you and serve it up and stuff like that. And like as a little kid, and you got like you're being told you're eating raw fish. Like yeah, at first you freak out a little bit, but then after you've eaten enough weird stuff and you kind of get the idea that none of it's going to kill you, you start to say, okay, what's the next weirdest thing I could try?
Nope. I'm a wuss.
So
You never eat sushi, JJ?
Nope. Nope.
Do
I'm
you
not a big.
refuse? Do you refuse to ever eat sushi? Like if sushi was in front of you, and you'd
Listen,
be like, "No, I'm not gonna eat it."
I've had tuna, but only canned tuna. Um, if I eat fish, I prefer it to be cooked because that's the only way I've ever eaten fish.
Have you ever eaten, say, like a big dish of shrimp cocktail where you dip it in
Nope.
sauce?
I love shrimp, but not cold.
Oh yeah, okay.
okay,
My grandpa, my uncle used to eat the shit out of that shrimp cocktail. That's when I found out I didn't like shrimp cold when I was a kid.
Uh, Shrimp's one of my favorite foods, so I could eat it cold or hot. I actually do prefer it hot, like like shrimp on spaghetti or like breaded shrimp, shit like that. I do prefer stuff like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
the last thing that I cooked up myself that I thought was like the most amazing thing in the world was I got some homemade beef jerky and I grated it over the chicken and then cooked the chicken in the grated beef jerky.
Like a breading.
Yeah, like a breading of beef jerky on the outside.
Oh, that sounds good.
It was so amazing because they had
Interesting.
that, you know, that you get that real spicy, tangy beef jerky,
Mm-hmm.
and then those nice sweet flavors of the chicken underneath.
Mm-hmm.
It was, oh, I was so happy with the way that came out.
I'd try that.
Do you cook
Like,
at all, JJ?
Do I cook it all? Not
Yeah.
anymore.
No.
I used to, but not anymore. My roommate does all the cooking.
hey, you got someone to cook. That's good.
Yeah.
I love cooking. I
Yeah,
Are they a good cook?
I love cooking too, but it's just
I fucking
I
love
have
it.
I have a hard time standing at the stove.
Yeah, I get that. When my back's out, if yeah, there's no standing in the stove.
I used to make a kick-ass lemon pepper chicken.
Teriyaki salmon. I love
Ooh.
cooking up
Oh,
teriyaki salmon. I fucking season the shit out of a big piece of salmon. Put
uh,
teriyaki sauce on that shit. Put in the oven for about 25 to 30 minutes.
man, this is yum.
Like motherfucker, I'm gonna have to go raid the kitchen this late at night. Thank you.
Yeah,
Salmon's probably my favorite food. I think seafood in general is my favorite food, but salmon might be my number one.
I'm a big uh, Chinese food guy.
oh yeah, Chinese food's good.
I,
There's a it was a
Chinese
Chinese or
food
a
is so
Japanese food.
hit or miss around here. I can't stand it.
Yeah, man.
Sometimes it depends on what place you order from. Chinese food is so hit or miss around
Dude,
here.
how far is
Dude,
fucking
I got 900 Chinese food places where I'm living right now.
I'm about to say
So
how far is little China or whatever the hell they call it?
Manhattan, deep in Manhattan.
How far away is that from you?
I'm in the Bronx, and Chinatown is
Chinatown. That's what I'm talking about. Chinatown.
deep in
Yeah.
Manhattan.
How far away is Manhattan from you? I don't know New York.
I don't want to go to Manhattan anymore.
Okay.
That's how much I fucking hate Manhattan.
Well, I'm about to say if
I
you
mean,
want good
I
Chinese
hate
food, you
where
go to
I'm here right
Chinatown.
now, but I hate where I'm here right now. No, no, not really. No, no, no. There's a lot of Chinese food places around here. It's just it depends on
Got
who's
to pick the
making
right
the
one.
food. It's yes, exactly.
Yeah.
It depends on who's making the food.
Down the road from my parents' place, they had a place that was Japanese food. It was Yoshi's Japanese Takeaway, and it was amazing. And if you get with it was run by this little old Japanese lady who was essentially cooking the food she would cook for um, her like her family. She's cooking the same food, but like selling it out over the counter. Um, and if you went there a couple of times in a row, they would start like they like get to know your name very quickly, and then they would like I'd go in there and you'd be like, "Oh, Krish, how you going? How you going? Oh, like how's your mother? How's your father? How's this going? How's that going? And how's work? How's your job?" A couple of times when there was really long line and I'd come in for lunch while I was working, the little old lady would see me and she'd come running up the line of people and she'd go, "What you want?" And she'd just take down what I want, and then she'd go back and make a special for me. It's like
Sounds like you had privilege.
yeah, it's
Well,
like it's as though you're going into like a little takeaway place, and the little old lady behind the counter who was like cooking up all the food was like actually your grandma or something.
Yeah.
yeah,
But like no relation. I'm not Asian at all, so no relation to her at all.
yeah. Before the beer bug took over, me and my brother used to eat this Mongolian barbecue across the bridge from where I live, and we go in there once a week, once a month. We didn't go in there for like 3 months one time, and every time we go in, the little old lady knew exactly who we are. When we sat down, we didn't have to order our drinks. She brought us our drinks. I'm like, damn, I like this. Shoot.
Yeah. It's good, hey, when you get that sort of thing. They get to know you and
Mm-hmm.
hey. And then even if the food somewhere else was a tiny little bit better or even like marginally better, you still want to go there because the whole atmosphere
Mm-hmm.
and vibe is just so much nicer.
Yep. We started getting to know the cooks. You know, they knew how we wanted our shit cooked. It was just great. You know, like, oh wow, I feel like an important person here. I ain't got to say shit. They're doing it. You know, it's
VIP.
yeah. I peed all right. No, I'm sorry. I'm
All
sorry.
over the booth, marky territory.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. This is my booth, motherfucker.
Hey, you sit right in it, plop.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I peed in that booth. You don't want to do that. That's my booth. But,
But you got to make sure you make eye contact with as many people as you can while you're doing
damn it.
Especially the workers, especially everyone working there. You gotta like.
it. Yeah.
That's messed up, yo. Oh man.
All
All right,
right.
guys, I'm going to have to get
Yeah,
going soon.
I want to wrap this up.
All right,
Thanks
y'all.
for coming through for the back to backs. That's
Not a problem, man. Not a problem.
Chris. We were just on your channel.
Yeah. Thanks for coming, guys. It was great fun.
Yep.
It was fun doing it.
All right, guys. Y'all have a good night.
Peace out, everybody.
All right. Later.
Right, dude.